Hi and good afternoon, everybody. This is Drew from Home Improvement Life with Drew, and today we're going to start a whole new series of building a PC that we bought used to upgrade it, and then running an instance of Linux on it. For those that are new to Linux, including myself, a lot of people are going this route to replace Windows 11, and we'll also look at some apps that we can run on Linux. So this first episode is going to be just on upgrading the device. So the device I'm going to use for this upgrade to Linux is a used device I bought off of a bidding website called eBay. They have a choice of bidding and also of buying direct. So in this case, the device they listed for $155, and I made an offer of $132, and they accepted it. So I paid $132 for this plus shipping. And then I bought some additional parts. I bought a power supply, I bought some RAM, a battery, and a new hard drive. This only has 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 256 gigabyte hard drive or solid state drive. So I'm going to be replacing those things. But let's take a look at it. It looks pretty new. You can see everything looks pretty new. So I'm very impressed with it. The model itself is a Precision 3540. And you can see here that it was manufactured in the year 2020. Okay, let's go ahead and fire up this laptop and see what we have. Okay, that's always a good sign. So let's see what the system says it has installed. So we're going to go to our settings. We'll go to System, and we'll go to About. Okay, as you can see, it says it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's an Intel i7 processor, 2.11 gigahertz, and the disk drive it shows it's a about 256 gigabyte drive with 237 free. So some of the parts that I bought from this include the RAM to take it from 8 to 32, a solid state disk to go from 256 to 1 terabyte, and a new battery. In addition to that, I had to buy a new power supply because the one that was shipped with it was underpowered. It needed a 90 watt, and what they shipped was 60 watts or 65 watts. So this is a 90 watt. So let's go ahead and shut this down. And once I swap out the SSD drive, we won't be able to boot into Windows 95 again, or Windows 11 again. So let's go ahead and shut down, and then we'll start up again and find another way to determine how we can see what the system is built with. All right, we start it up, and when the logo comes up, we're going to press F2 to take us into the setup. All right, so we look at our system settings. We can see the date of our manufacturers, the memory that's installed, how much is available. So let's go ahead and we'll shut this down, and we'll put in the new hardware. These screws that we're going to be taking out, and our battery gave us a couple of tools that we can use. This is the battery that we'll be replacing. So let's go ahead and get the case open. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some gloves so I don't get my finger oils over everything. This is going to be used to pry open the back. So let's go ahead and take the screws out. Okay, I've put all these screws in this little bowl. Now I'm going to take this spatula and going to separate Okay, so what we have here, this is the battery. This is where the RAM will go, and this is the solid state drive. Notice there's only one in here. Now before we work on this, we have to disconnect the battery. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and we'll take the battery out. All right, so we finally got this screw out. And the battery just comes right out like that. So while we have this open, I have this little air gun. Any dust that's in there. All right, so before we put the battery back in, we're going to go ahead and put in our RAM. Okay, and here we are. So these are held in by these two little pins on the side. It comes out. Notice where we have this notch. So we want to make sure our notches line up. Notice how they're seated in there. All right, so we'll take out the screw. We can lift this up and we can take out our there we go, that's gone. Now we put in our new one. Okay, this is our new one. All right, that's in. We had to use the old cable. There we go. It starts up. All right, we have an alert. It says the amount of system memory has changed, so we want to continue because that is true. All right, let's see what we have for system information. We now show our 32 gigabytes of RAM. Very good. Battery's working. We're on the battery power. It probably needs to be charged. We have the right RAM. So now we'll go ahead and we'll put the screws in. All right, we got all the screws back in. Okay, let's recap what we've done. We've purchased a used Dell Precision 3540 with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabyte storage for a total of $153.05, which includes $132 for the computer, $21.05 for shipping and taxes. We then purchased some new hardware to upgrade the system to give it 32 gigabytes of RAM for a total of $179.99, a terabyte of solid state storage for $145.99, a 90-watt power supply for $42.89, a replacement battery, internal battery for $41.21, for a total of new parts of $410.08. We combine that with our total hardware and we're at a total cost of $563.13. Had you purchased this computer in 2020 with this same hardware, 32 gigabytes of RAM, terabyte of storage, you would have probably spent well close to $2,000 on this device. And here we have an almost brand new machine to begin with, and it looks great. So I'm looking forward to see how this works out. I hope you enjoyed watching that video as much as I did making it. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe. The next installment of this will be actually downloading and installing the version of Linux that we'll be using. In addition, we'll go over a little bit of the history of why I'm going down this road and why a lot of people are switching from Windows 11 to Linux. So enjoy, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.